Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to This Explainer. Look, if you're an enterprise decision maker and you're just trying to cut through the massive amount of noise out there, you are in exactly the right place. Today, our goal is super specific. We are evaluating vetted CRM partners under real, rigorous U.S. enterprise conditions. We are completely skipping past the marketing fluff to see who actually delivers when compliance, scale, and true engineering rigor are on the line. Here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with the CRM market split, then move to custom engineering and nearshore, check out the elite Salesforce specialists, dive into dual platform and verticals, and wrap up with exactly how to choose your partner. Consider this your highly structured executive briefing.
Section 1, the CRM market split. Let's get into it. Let's start with the absolute core problem facing U.S. enterprise decision makers right now. The U.S. CRM development market has basically split right down the middle into two completely different beasts. On one side, you've got basic platform configuration. These are those out-of-the-box setups that everyone pitches as custom on their services pages, but let's be real, they usually ship with no data models, zero real compliance, and absolutely no adoption enablement. On the other side is what you actually need, outcome-owned delivery. That means real engineering, actual certifications, and highly structured frameworks. Let me be clear. The firms we're evaluating today, they aren't here because of some flashy marketing campaign. No way. They are here because they meet incredibly strict, documented requirements. We're talking actual Salesforce and Microsoft partner certifications, SOC 2 Type 2 audits, and true HIPAA readiness for healthcare. Every single company on this list has been handpicked for what they literally deliver under real U.S. enterprise regulatory and contracting conditions.
Section 2, Custom Engineering and Nearshore. Now, what's really interesting here is our first standout, DBB Software. DBB Software operates out of their Krakow headquarters, and they start with a €25,000 minimum project size. This establishes an incredibly smart balance. They bring that EU nearshore cost efficiency, but, and this is key, they combine it directly with the high-level delivery that U.S. enterprises absolutely demand.
See, DBB treats CRM like a true engineering product, not just a tool. They go way past your standard Salesforce configurations by leveraging AI-driven engineering workflows and really deep third-party API integrations. Whether your project needs secure user identity flows through Firebase or complex payment authorizations via Stripe or Braintree, their solutions are purpose-built for high-stakes environments like healthcare and finance, where things like GDPR compliance are just non-negotiable.
And honestly, the outcomes totally speak for themselves. Take Bookus. They pushed over $4 million in gross merchandise value through a marketplace built by DBB. Safe Mode? They shipped 40% faster using DBB's AI-augmented workflows. And Runify saw a 16% improved conversion rate and a massive 30% jump in revenue. These aren't just vanity metrics, folks. These are proven patterns that translate directly to U.S. regulatory and timeline pressures.
So how do they actually pull that off? Well, every single engagement kicks off with a highly structured scope document that nails down the requirements, the tech, and transparent estimations. They do weekly syncs, and notice I said syncs, no status theater allowed here. Plus, thanks to those AI-assisted workflows I mentioned earlier, which compress delivery without sacrificing architectural quality, most of their engagements ship in roughly 10 weeks. They are perfectly positioned for U.S. enterprises wanting a custom CRM delivered as a core, reliable engineering capability.
Let's move to our next conceptual group, Section 3, Elite Salesforce Specialists. Let's see how this builds on what we just covered.
Let's kick this group off with CloudMasonry. They enter the space with a $50,000 minimum project size. CloudMasonry brings Chicago-headquartered Salesforce consulting partner positioning, and they have heavily documented expertise across Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and Marketing Cloud, all wrapped up in a highly collaborative enterprise implementation methodology.
Why does this matter? Well, if you are an enterprise going through a massive, full-scale digital transformation across sales, service, and marketing clouds, CloudMasonry is essentially your go-to. Because they are a dedicated Chicago-based specialist, they are a much, much safer bet than one of those massive generalist consultancies that just dabble in Salesforce without any true multi-cloud depth. Next up in this category is Algoworks. And what cements their authority right out of the gate is their track record, 15+ years of ecosystem delivery specifically in the Salesforce space. That is a lifetime in tech.
Based out of Sunnyvale, Algoworks really leans into those deep Silicon Valley roots to build truly award-winning solutions. But their real superpower? It's lightning development and mobile CRM apps. If your team is out in the field and relies heavily on mobile access, or if you need cutting-edge AI features seamlessly woven into your CRM, Algoworks has the 15-year track record to prove they can pull it off without a hitch. Okay, Section 4, Dual Platform and Verticals. This is for those needing something highly specialized. Meet Minneapolis-based Cynoteck Technology Solutions. With over 250 certified professionals on staff, they establish absolute credibility and massive scale from day one.
What makes Cynoteck genuinely rare is their dual mastery. It's not common to find a firm that is both a Microsoft Solutions partner and a Salesforce CRS consulting partner. We are talking over 500,000 logged project hours and a client roster featuring heavyweights like Microsoft and JLL. They are the ideal partner for massive enterprises that need to bridge both ecosystems instead of being locked into a single platform firm.
Rounding out this dual platform and vertical category, we have Ascendix Technologies. These guys are anchored by a massive 25-plus years of documented implementation experience. Operating out of their Dallas HQ, Ascendix brings some really unique value because they focus strictly on real estate, financial, and professional services using both Dynamics 365 and Salesforce. If you operate in one of those verticals, Ascendix ensures your CRM is built entirely around the specific, complex nuances of your industry. You aren't forcing your business to adapt to a generic horizontal system. And again, they have over a quarter-century of established U.S. delivery track record to back that promise up. And finally, Section 5, choosing your CRM partner. So, the crucial point is, it's decision time. Let's bring it all together. We've categorized the market, so let's recap exactly what these companies deliver. Look, US CRM development requires highly specific expertise. If you need a ground-up custom CRM build with complex integrations at really competitive nearshore rates, you want to look at DBB Software. For deep, multi-cloud Salesforce transformations, CloudMasonry and Algoworks are your elite, undisputed specialists. And if your enterprise requires massive dual-platform scale or hyper-specific vertical knowledge in real estate or finance, Cynoteck and Ascendix are the leaders you need to call. Before we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this final stark reality. The distinction between platform configuration and outcome-owned CRM delivery is exactly what separates a CRM that drives business outcomes from one that just becomes very expensive shelfware. Every single partner we looked at today built engines that drive outcomes. But the real question you have to ask yourself before signing your next contract is this. Is your current CRM partner actually engineering your growth, or are they just configuring your complacency? Something to think about. Thanks for joining me today.